Good evening, everybody. It is March 26th, I do believe. I might have my calendar wrong here. Came on here today for a couple of different reasons. Now, this vlog, I'm going to let you know right now. Yes, I did look at some of Diane, Dee Dee, whatever you want to call her, videos. And I will tell you this much right now. Her videos are becoming so laughable. I don't even know why she continues doing what she continues to do. But you know what I say? Let her do it. If it's going to make her happy to be a sinful little lady, that's fine and dandy. I'm not falling for it no more. Now that's out of the way, I can get down to what I wanted my video to be about. First off, let me add a little bit of lighting to the situation because I just realized how dark it seems in here. Oh, come on, Jim. Stretch. Actually, that's good for my, not only for my arm, but for my whole body. Things around here are starting to stabilize, in the sense of the word, understanding what's going on. Now, I'm not going to talk to you about what's going on because personally it's none of your business. It's just between me, Mom, Jerry, and God. So I wish some people would just leave it alone. But no, people got to pick at that. But that's fine. Let them pick. They're not going to get much from me and Jerry unless we feel it's necessary to say anything. Now, my videos or my vlogs I'm going to try to steer them in a more positive way because that's what I want. Oops, I'm not sitting center. Is it the camera? Is it me? It's where the camera is setting. Okay. I got to remember where the camera is. The last, I'd say week and a half, we've been listening to a lady who is... I'm gonna call her a minister of a different sort. She does do Bible readings, prayer sessions, as well as a few other little things. And she does take prayer requests. What I'm getting a sense of is not only is she doing the Lord's work by reading the Bible and preaching the gospel in her mannerism, and she is really good. She's had me almost in tears a number of different times, and I'm loving this lady. I mean, it's basically Monday through Thursday. She does a coffee set. Basically, what it is she does it in the morning time. So me and Jerry, as soon as we're awake, we tune into her. I tune into her on my phone. Jerry does it on her phone. While I'm listening to her, I go into the kitchen and make coffee and start prepping for the day. And I love her to death now. She's actually, because of her and actually listen to her stories and all the things that go on her channel and the people who are there to, make requests and whatnot for prayer, and just listening to her Bible verse, the different Bible verses she's on and the different subjects. So I've been listening to her for quite some time, and it was maybe Thursday of last week, I think it was, that she was doing, I can't remember what the verse was about or what the tone of the video was about, but it seems like she's got some really good mods that keep the negativity out, which I'm glad for. I'm happy for her. I really am. But because of her, I've put down a lot of my I'll say it as it is, my pagan ways. Yes, I have my mythology books and all that, but I'm not delving into their religious I'll go ahead and say call it a religious belief, their spirituality. And as soon as as soon as things start lining up for me, or I can make heads or tails of my day. I will probably start doing some more Bible research and Bible study sessions or Bible reads. I know I have a number of different Bibles. One of them is so highlighted and whatnot that I might pull that particular book out and pull highlighted messages out of there and see how I can put it into a Bible verse or a Bible blog, whatever. Because that's what, I mean, when I start to really think about it, I think that's where I'm being led now. I think my little jaunt down mythical lane or mythology lane, however you want to put it. I know who I come from. I know who my ancestors are. But I also know, thanks to I think it was Charlemagne and his army, the Northmen were baptized into Christianity. I just don't remember dates. Probably somewhere in the 1500s, I think it was. Like I said, I don't know. I don't remember dates. And the thing is, I know there's quite a few of you who enjoyed the Bible reads and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a few of you that are happy I'm jumping back on the right path, so to speak. So there are going to be a lot of changes in my videos and whatnot. I have decided that one day a week, which will be Sunday, I will do a regular live chat, unless I decide to do it Saturday. But I prefer to do it after Jerry does hers, so maybe Sunday night, Monday sometime. But also, I'm going to try to do a vlog to put out for Sunday, and any one of my, well, I'm going to say their names. Nellie, Sheila, if she comes back, a bluegrass lover. Those are the three names off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Rebecca, aka Cozy Nest Rebecca. If you can message me, whether you use AOL Messenger or whatever, for like ideas of where I should restart. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's your channel, do what you want. Well, at this point in time, I'm reaching out to those who, I know there's a number of people, I just can't remember names. But if anybody who's been with my channel for a long time and know me well enough, if you can like suggest a Bible study area or something like that. I gotta see if I still have it on my phone or my tablet. My tablet would be better. But I used to have My Vision, which was basically a Bible app that gave you suggested studies or suggested subjects to study. So I might be looking at that first and foremost. And I was actually, like, this is going to be interesting. I was digging through some of my my old decor that I haven't had a place to put yet. I've got to either put up shelves or find something, or use something to display the various items. But the one I found in there that I pulled out because I want to put it right here on my desk somewhere. Maybe I'll use my mom left part of her old desk, her old L-shaped desk. I want to use that because not only has it got a better platform for a computer, but it's got a nice long side table and cubbies, and I can put certain things in those cubbies, like, you know, display items or whatnot. But because I don't have enough room in this thing for displaying all the things I want to display and yada yada yada. But this is I'll show you the backside before I flip it around, but it's a stone cross. I can't remember when or who gave it to me or when or where I got it. Might have got it while I was in Ohio at that Christian bookstore. They had a lot of good stuff in there. But it says Second Corinthians 5:7. I do believe that's what it's supposed to be, and it says, "Walk by faith, not by sight." And I need to remember this because it's not seeing, like, a lot of old school pagan beliefs and whatnot is by sight or whatever. But as Christians, we are taught as children to walk by faith, not what you see. And I mean, that's kind of hard for a lot of people like me because of my ADHD. I don't always remember the faith part. I only remember the sight part. And for quite some time, even before I got into paganism, after my father died, I was looking for signs, not thinking about the faith aspect, and listening to the silent but pertinent word of God. Now, I know sometimes he's silent, sometimes it's a booming, hey, no, go the other way. Don't turn that way, go the other way. You know, so it's, I mean, I need to get back to the way I was before I got married to Jerry and things changed. Because I used to live my life day by day. And I didn't worry about the future. I didn't concern myself with the past. I just focused on the now. And other than having issues with finances and, you know, budgeting my money and whatnot, I was pretty happy until I started to realize within the last 15, 20 years, I've got to mind my money. I've got to mind my spending. So many things as an adult to be mindful of, but you can also live in the now and be mindful of the importance of, you know, being prepared for what could be thrown at you from the future, because we don't know what's written. You know, the future is unknown until you're standing in the present of it. So there's a lot of things I've got to relearn. There's a lot of things I got to reestablish. I mean, I've been going to this, can't remember the name of it without pulling out my tablet or something, because all my paperwork and whatnot is in a different room. But I've been going to this, it's a church group. And not only they are a church group, but every so, like once or twice a month, they have a food bank. And granted, it's early in the morning to go drive to it, which is a good 10-minute drive from here. But they also have a church. And what I've been doing the last couple Tuesdays is I'm going there Tuesday evenings 4 to 6:30 for basically it's kind of a combination of healthy cooking and healthy lifestyle. So I'm learning a lot from them. This past Tuesday, our food for the night, basically they teach us a recipe, and we get to not only cook it but sample it. So this last Tuesday was chicken and mild chili quesadillas. So they like homemade salsa, mild green peppers, and cooked chicken. And now, granted, you can substitute chicken for your beef or something like that, because the first one we made was supposed to be like a beef. It's Asian. What was it? Beef stir fry. And instead of using beef, they use canned chicken because there are a number of people out there who cannot stand the taste of beef or cannot eat beef because of a health issue. So I got that recipe the week before, and I'm at times I'm sitting there going, well, I know that. Okay, that's something new. You know, so I'm learning stuff, but I'm also kind of going, oh, I'm relearning it because it's not that hard to forget, but yeah, you can kind of go, oh, yeah, I forgot about that, or oh, I never thought of that about that because I was cooking for my family, but um, as I'm thinking and talking at the same time, which is a surprise for me because usually I can't do both. Yes, what I'm saying here on this vlog is I'm going back to my childhood Christian roots. I'm not worried about, the naysayers can say whatever they want. I know that I've never really strayed that far from God. He's always been there beside me. That's why I used to have, and I want to find a nearby Christian gift shop or store and go back and get those little, they have these little cards that you can put in your wallet. And one of them I had was footprints, and the other one was it John 3:16? But I had a bunch of different ones that were gifted to me when I was a teenager, and I'm surprised they lasted up until I think I lost them around 30 years of age. They were like falling apart in my wallet, and I was like, man, where could I find a new one? And never could. Maybe, maybe if I can find a Christian bookstore here in town, I'll go there and see if they have them. If not, the next time I'm in, geez, I'd have to look online and see what the nearest Christian bookstore is, and see if they do online purchases. Oh, wait a minute, that one Christian store that we did have in town, I don't know if they closed down because they weren't having enough business or what, but they might have an online application or online store. Just have to remember the name of it. Or maybe Mom knows if it's still around. I don't know. But I got to do that. It's one of the many things I want to do. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this bookcase next to me that I'm either going to downsize or get rid of, because I do want to keep the history books. I do want to keep the base mythology without, the religious aspect. Maybe I'll just keep them as a part of my book collection. I don't know. But there are going to be some changes. There are certain aspects of, like, not the crystals, but the essential oils. You can make certain oil blends to, like I've got one going now that's supposed to help with focus and concentration. And there's, I got a whole bunch of them that I printed out because I wanted them. There's, where's that one I really want to deal with? I really want to get going. Because they're essential oils and it's becoming spring and that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, this is one of my health things. So I got recipes in here for other stuff and information for health. Motivational blends. Now, a lot of people go like, how does essential oil help with motivation? Well, they do help with motivation. I mean, one will help with focus. One will help you get like motivation to get things done. There's an actual energy drink that you put a couple of drops of essential oil in bottled water. Peppermint and wintergreen. You know, morning energy. Yeah, that's me. And a lot of these people, I mean, a lot of people who have either experimented or studied essential oils, they do work. A lot of people don't realize how, like, lavender is a calming smell. You get essential lavender oil and put it in a diffuser, and you'll find yourself calming down. I've got one in here for fighting fatigue, which I have problems with, and it's just a couple drops of peppermint and orange in a diffuser and let it run. Mood booster, positive energy. You know, people don't realize that essential oils are not, I mean, essential oils have been used, or certain fragrances or smells have been used for eons. I mean, frankincense, myrrh. You know, I even got like used peppermint oil in a diffuser. Headache. You got a headache? 3 drops of peppermint oil, 3 drops of lavender, and 2 drops of eucalyptus into your diffuser, or just a hot pot of water. You know, peppermint to help you with study time, peppermint to help you get to work, germ-free oil, which is peppermint, lavender, lemon oil, and tea tree oil. Or leave that paper alone. You've got congestion, 3 drops of peppermint oil, 2 drops of tea tree oil, 2 drops of RC oil. I gotta figure out what RC oil is. And then 1 drop of lemon oil. RC. I don't know. I gotta look at, you know, all the different oils I have to see what an RC is. You know, these are beneficial oils. Then you've got healthy home. Oils to help purify your home. Natural smelling oils like eucalyptus, frankincense, and lemon. Earthy smell is basically like lavender, cypress, and tea tree. A floral smell for your home is lavender, lemon, rosemary. Then you have cactus dream, which I guess to help your house smell, certainly. I don't know. Which is just basically grapefruit oil, rosemary, and lime. So, yeah, it really depends on what you want to use them for or whatnot. Then this one, because this one is mostly because spring is coming. I need to look up my summer ones. I mean, you've got the smell for spring shower, lemongrass, eucalyptus, and regular lemon. In bloom. I don't know what this one is, because geranium, ling ling, and lavender. Fresh buds is like spearmint, lemongrass, lavender. Light breeze, rosemary, peppermint, and lemon. Breathe easy, lavender, lemon, and peppermint. And then first rain, which is verderin and lemon. If you want any of these recipes, you want to try these smells, let me know. I will put out the ingredients. Then you have uplifting diffuser blends, energy First start, joyfulness, uplift, hello sun, sunshine, positive energy, and clear the mind. So it's really what you want. And these are, I wouldn't call it witchcraft. I would just call it blending certain smells to make your house smell good, or make you feel positive, or make you feel energized, or help you relax. There was actually something I read that you take, what was it? Lavender, eucalyptus, and I forgot what the third herb basically was. Put it in a pouch. Put it underneath your pillow to help you get to sleep. I don't consider anything that's natural witchcraft, because our ancestors used it. The Christians used it. I mean, some of it was for healing balm. Some of it was for making things smell good, And then the rabbis and even the Catholic Church would either burn incense like frankincense or myrrh, and have the tabernacle or wherever, filled with that smell. There's nothing wrong with it. And I think that might be one of the things I talked about is the benefits of certain like oils or various herbs that we take. I mean, mint. Did you realize that mint was chewed by people during the Middle Ages, and up to today, a lot of people do it. They would take a couple leaves of mint, and if they want to chew it to help their breath smell better, or they crush it up in their hands by rolling it and just inhaling deeply. It helps clear the sinuses. And it's an herb that a lot of people use for various recipes. For food, we eat it. I've got a couple recipes out of my my Nordic Way book, and some of the recipes call for mint, and you eat the mint with, like, one recipe. The whole recipe is basically grilled chicken, jasmine or basani rice, grapes cut in half, mint, the rice, the mint, and the grape go together. And then the other side dish is basically sliced pear, thinly sliced pear with like thinly cut pecorino romano and lemon and honey as a dressing for the pear and cheese. That's your meal. That's one good Nordic meal. Without my book, I could tell you more. But I mean, I know I'm going to get a lot of rebuttal or rebuke or whatnot from various people, because not only am I still using the natural elements of herbs and oils for a variety of purposes, but just think about this. There is nothing, if it's natural, if it's all natural, there is nothing wrong with you using it for a positive purpose. Whether it's trying to make things smell better so you can be healthy or enjoy the smell. Certain kinds of foods that, yes, some people call them herbs, some people call them food items. I mean, bay leaves. Bay leaves are used for not only making like meat sauce, but they're used for a variety of other things. My father-in-law, who used to grow a bay leaf plant right outside the house, big old giant pot, and during the wintertime he'd cover it with a different pot to help keep the seeds and whatnot from dying, so they'll grow again after the wintertime. I remember him one time asking me to go out to that plant and pick, he just said, grab a whole bunch, just like pick a whole bunch, right? So I bring it all into him, and he goes, okay, all right, this bunch will go in there. Hey, Jim, and he called me Jimmy, or Jim, I can't remember which. He said, have you ever smelt a bay leaf? I'm like, no. He goes, take a couple of these bay leaves, put it in the palm of your hand, roll them, and then inhale. And I'm like, oh my God, the aroma of fresh bay leaf. The first time I've ever smelt the bay leaf, let alone seen it used in food. Because a lot of times my family were like, because I was a picky kid, I was not allowed in the kitchen until I started getting older, and more like, hey, how do you make this? Or what goes in that? You know? So I started learning a few things. Even when I was an ankle biter, my dad would just let me hang out in the kitchen, and sometimes I was thoroughly curious and enjoyed the food, and sometimes I was like, it's green! No, it's green! And I don't know if that's because I might have eaten crayons and didn't like the flavor of the green crayon or what. But it wasn't until my 20, 25 years of age that I started eating salad on a regular basis. And I loved it, you know. Before then, forget about it. I wouldn't touch a salad. Besides, salads is so much easier to just take the head of lettuce and chop it up and add, you know, carrot or whatever you want to put in there. And then, you know, I like, and I still do, like, if I get like regular lettuce, I'll slice up ham and Swiss, make them into bite-sized pieces, throw them in with my salad and my whatever dressing I decide to have, whether it was Thousand Island or Italian or ranch. I think about the only dressing I don't really like is blue cheese. Why? I don't know. Just, to me, it's too pungent. But I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I really want to get back on track with the positive stuff, the Bible chats, the, you know, things that not only make me happy but make me feel like there's more. I have more of a purpose than just dealing with negative stuff. You know, so I mean, that's one of the reasons why I really like people like Nelly, who is a moderator, and so is Bluegrass, to be able to come into my chats, my lives, and go, oh, no, he's not going to want to read that, or that's gonna cause him to have an episode. You know, get my heckles up. And if you don't know what a heckle is, the true meaning of a heckle, which is nature-wise, is that tuft of fur behind the neck to in between the shoulder blades of most cats, dogs, you know, a lot of different wildlife, bears, you know, lions, tigers, cheetahs, you know, that's what a heckle is. An area of fur on the back of an animal's neck. So every time I think of hecklers, I'm thinking about, oh yeah, people are getting pissed off for no reason. You know. And as far as I'm concerned, I've already had some people make these negative comments. I'm just going to say this much. If you believe you're a true Christian, one, you wouldn't be putting people down. And I know I have, and that's why I got to repent, and I'm probably going to go get rebaptized and whatnot. Two, your negativity is showing your true colors. You know. Three, if you're a Christian, you wouldn't try to put down other Christians. You would try to help lift them up, not put them down. Only people I know that try to put other people down are those who are either miserable in their own life, can't find happiness in anything, or just downright negative. you know. And I know I don't follow everybody's typical religious pattern, but I read the Bible, okay? I can read the Bible from start to finish in a year if I don't stop or take a break. I know I don't memorize a lot of stuff. That's why I always end up getting notebooks or notepads or binders and write down a lot of stuff. Now, my thing is, if you're reading your Bible and you read it word for word and understand what it means, even if you have to go, like one of my study Bibles has this thing on the bottom where if you look at it, it says this verse, in other words, the verse from the book you're reading, corresponds with this chapter and verse in a different part of the Bible or a different book in the Bible. So I could be reading something in Matthew, and it will tell me at the bottom, this particular verse, this particular chapter and verse in Matthew corresponds to something in Isaiah or Proverbs or, something in the Old Testament. That's how you study. That's how I found that is the best way to study a Bible, because not only are you reading this passage in like the New Testament, but your study Bible on the bottom will tell you, hey, go back to this book, chapter, and verse to understand the meaning or how it connects the past to, the Old Testament to the New Testament. And yeah, it takes a lot of time to do it that way. But I found in the far past, when I was in Bible college, Ozark Christian College, 97 or 98? 97 and 98, I think, was the year I was there. Yes, I only took 1 year because of my ADHD. Put me under the pressure of having to take a timed test where I have, X amount of time to do it. The knowledge is up here. I've proven it to my professors. I've proven it to myself. The knowledge is there. It's the pressure of doing a timed test. Unfortunately, because 90% of the grade is from those tests, my scores were not high enough to get a second, get the grant for a second year. So I got some basic information, basic knowledge, basic teaching in that 1 year. Now, unfortunately, I lost a lot of that information, and I even lost my Acts and OT book. OT is basically Old Testament for some of you. Basically, it's something I had to purchase to go through those classes. Now, I'm pretty sure if I wanted to, I can go reread the Old Testament and Acts at any time I wanted to, and, remember some of it. Actually, what I was hoping to do, and I'm thinking about doing, see if I can get a program on my tablet that will read the text to me while I write down cliff notes or whatnot. So, that's what I'm hoping. But the thing is, whatever the naysayers want to say, that's fine, Dan. They can prove how unchristian they are. But I've got enough supporters to support my Bible readings and my return to Christianity, and there'll probably be a lot more people praising me for returning to Christianity than heckling or being a naysayer. Keep on laughing at that word, heckling. So, if you're wondering what I'm drinking, it's basically grape water additive. Basically, it's bottled water with grape flavored additive. But Okay, I'm gonna sign off because it's already 40 minutes and I didn't want to go over 30. Um, for those of you who want to support my reading of the Bible and whatnot, I am more than happy to see some of your favorite passages and read those and write my feelings or my notes on them, and maybe come back on another vlog and discuss my. I mean, I will put your. If you want me to, I'll say your name. If not, I'll just say the Bible passage and my thoughts towards that Bible passage. And no, I'm not going to try to dissect the passage or flip flop it or no. These will be my feelings of how that passage pertains to either my life or even what's going on in the world. Because one of the major reasons, other than this lady I mentioned, for me going back to the Bible is the things that I've been seeing happening not only in our country but around the globe. Things that happen caused by nature, which could be anything from planetary alignment to who knows what. I mean, one thing I read is the magnetic pole, the magnetic North Pole, is moving faster towards Saudi Arabia than it has in quite some time. The other thing was there was an earthquake in the Caribbean islands, and the seismic meters went off, like they started lighting up from the Caribbean all the way through Central America, or not Central America, but Central USA, all the way up to Alaska. And Alaska's got a report of 2 different volcanoes that have been dormant for some time becoming active again due to this quake. And I'm just sitting there going, yeah, time to get back to the Bible, because there are some major things going on that have either been spoken about in the Bible or the Bible has some knowledge of these things occurring. And no, I don't want to jump into Revelation, because last time I read Revelation, one, it was kind of very kind of like and two, to understand Revelation to its fullest, you have to jump all over the Bible. And at that point in time, I was kind of like, I really don't have the. And it wasn't the time; it was more like the energy, because I can always make time to read the Bible. But it was just more like my mind was having a lot of problems with a lot of different things, between understanding the Bible, trying to figure out what's going on in my life, why are certain things happening. And granted, yeah, there's a lot of things happening, but I'm a lot calmer. I'm more at peace. I'm happy for Mom. I'm not exactly happy with the naysayers and whatnot, but I think the more I focus on the Bible, the less important they are, and the less I'll worry about them. So I'm just kind of like, yes, this is something I need to do. Yes, this is something I should have been doing a long time ago. Yes, I should not have gotten so involved with the pagan aspect of my lineage and my history, and not really looking for spirituality or anything like that, but more looking for healing. And I realize that no matter what I look into, whether it's chakra healing or spiritual healing or anything like that, I have to heal what's inside. And the only thing I can think of that helped me in the past was to focus on God and the positivity of the Bible and the Word. And that's one of the reasons why I like this one lady we've been listening to every morning, Monday through Thursday. The reason why she doesn't do it all week is she takes Friday off to spend with her husband and family, and then spend Sunday in church. Now I know the reason why I don't want to give out her name like this, is because I don't want any of the naysayers going after her. Because if I was, I will say this: I can think like a naysayer, and I can think like a Christian. When I first saw her, I was kind of like, she doesn't really look like what most people would call an atypical Christian. But maybe maybe, I think she's younger than I am, but I'm not sure. Maybe she's like me. She had a period of falling out and did a lot of crazy, non-typical Christian things, and then she realized where she was wrong, like I'm realizing where I'm having problems or having issues, spiritual issues. So or not spiritual, but faith issues. Or just issues, period. Let's just leave it at that. So I am trying to return to what I knew back in my 20s when I was going through, seminary, or Christian college, or whatever you want to call it. So that's what I think is going to help me the most, is getting back to my don't take this the wrong way, because I'm going to probably say it wrong, back to my roots. And I don't mean my ancestral roots. I mean the way I was raised, the Christian person I was, and I'm not even going to worry about, anybody trying to mock me or put me down or whatever, because that just shows how they are and what's in their hearts. And honestly, I cannot express what they'll be judged by when they get in front of Jesus and the book of life, and that's what's important, So, anywho, I am going to bid you guys a good evening, and hopefully tomorrow I'll put out another vlog. So hopefully the rest of your week will be good, and all things will be peaceful. So until next time, God bless you, and have a good day, good night, good life. Anyhow, you guys have a good time. Bye.